So today we're going to be talking about investing, but I get a lot of stuff from people talking about it's intimidating, it's daunting, it's just there's just so much. Okay, well we're going to make it easy. We're going to make it as easy as we can, because I mean you've worked really hard to get yourself out of debt, or you are working really hard to get yourself out of debt, right? You've been keeping that up. You built your emergency fund, right? Now you're ready to really start moving that ball down the field and invest for your future. And that's awesome. I'm so happy for you, right? That's a very exciting place to be. But trying to figure out how to invest and where you're gonna put your money, how much of it, it can be a little scary, a little intimidating, and it's easy to go from pumped up at the idea for saving for your retirement to panicked and trying to figure out, oh crap, what do I do, right? I mean, they're big decisions. I understand, but the truth is, learning how to invest doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, you can start saving for your future right now. We're going to go over just a couple steps that's going to help you do that, right? So let's start with step one, the goals. Those goals, you got to set them. It's important. Take a step back, right? What does your dream retirement even look like? Have you ever really thought about it? I mean, no matter what age or stage of life you're in, it's never too early or too late to think about what do you want to actually do in retirement, right? What are you doing in retirement someday down the road? And make no mistake, someday is coming, right? And what it looks like depends on what you do today. Now, it's not enough to invest just for the sake of investing. You need to have a strong why, something that keeps you going when times get tough and you're tempted to just forget it. So, when you get started, set up a meeting to talk about this dream retirement, whether it's with your spouse or a close friend, a family member, right? And just talk about some of the things that you want to do in your retirement years. I mean, you might be surprised what y'all come up with, but it's not enough to dream. You need a plan to turn those ideas into reality. You need to know exactly how much you'll need to fund your retirement dream, right? So, how much are we going to invest? What's that look like? Well, we're going to try to shoot for 15%. Now, you know, we're going to we got ourselves out of debt. We've got our emergency fund, right? So we want to start investing with 15% of your gross income towards retirement. And you're asking yourself, why 15? Why do I keep hearing this 15%? Well, because there's other goals that you might need to set money aside for. I mean, maybe you want to pay off your house early. Maybe you're saving for your kids' college funds, right? I mean, just remember when it comes to juggling college savings and your own retirement goals or other things, saving 15% of your income for retirement comes first. Now, the next step is to decide, where are we even going to invest this money? Well, there's a simple rule of thumb to keep in mind: match beats Roth beats traditional. Now, let's do a little example for that. If you have a match through your workplace retirement plan, you start with your 401k and invest enough to at least receive that full employer match. After that, you and if you're married, your spouse can open a Roth IRA and max out contributions there. If you still haven't hit 15% after you max out your Roth IRA, just go back to your 401k and bump up those contributions up, right? Now, this is a tried and true process that thousands of people have followed to build their seven-figure net worth. I promise it's going to work for you too. So then now we know how much we're saving. What are we putting it in, right? Well, we need to make good choices when it comes to what we're investing in, right? And it's normal to feel overwhelmed by all the fund options when you're making your 401k selections or talking through your Roth IRA options with a financial advisor. With so many choices, it can be hard to figure out the best way to invest your money. But choosing the right mutual fund, it's really simple if you have a strategy. So keep your portfolio diversified by spreading your investments evenly across, four mutual fund categories, right? You want growth and income, aggressive growth, and then international. Yeah, it's kind of that simple, right? Keeping a portfolio balanced with those four types of funds can help you minimize your risk and still take advantage of returns the stock market can offer. Now, if you're confused about your fund options, make sure you talk to a financial advisor or investment professional. I mean, they're going to help you make sense of all the details so you feel more confident about how you're investing your money. So, Step 4 is one that I wish more people would do. Long-term perspective. That's what you need, right? When the market spikes or dips, it's easy to just, make an emotional decision about your investments, right? Just remember, saving for retirement, marathon, not a sprint. And the sooner you start investing, the bigger advantage you'll have from the time and compound growth just working together and snowballing. So this is what I mean when we talk about that. Let's just say, I know this is going to sound like a lot, but let's say you start investing $800 a month in some good, mutual funds, right? And let's say you're about 35 years old. If your investment grows 30 years at just the historic average annual rate of return, right? Which is about 10, 11%, you could have over $2 million when you retire. Now, how much of that is money you put in? You're like, that's a lot. I bet I put in $300,000. You only put in $300,000 over 30 years. The rest is compound growth. Now, if you want to dive deeper, you can go look at an investment calculator, plug in some of your own numbers, and see how it works out to you, right? Now, there was a study done, and it shows that financial discipline and consistent investing are the keys that millionaires use to build wealth. Now, that means they put money into their 401ks and IRAs like clockwork for years, decades, no matter what was happening in the stock market or on Wall Street, right? You see, millionaires focus on what they can control, not on what's out of their control, right? And do not cash out your 401k. Don't steal from your future to fund your new kitchen remodel or take that dream vacation. Keep your hands off your retirement accounts, right? At least until you're ready to retire. And then make sure, right, you invest consistently year after year, regardless of what the market is doing, right? This is the long-term investing strategy that you can count on. You can bet on it working. Now, one of the last things that we're going to talk about, get help from an investing professional. I mean, listen, you don't need to have all the answers about, your investing for retirement, right? You're not going to have all the answers, and that's fine. But you do want to have someone in your corner who can help you along in your financial journey. And that's why I would recommend, work with an experienced investment pro who can answer your questions and show you how to get your retirement savings started the right way, right? You can find a financial advisor who'll stick with you for the long haul and help you stay on track, even when times are tough. If you don't have a financial advisor currently, I'm sure that, looking for one, a quick Google search or ask around some of your friends, maybe they have one that they can recommend. But there's plenty of websites where they vet professionals, right? And you can go through the channels and find someone that you're comfortable with and make sure you're interviewing them to make sure that, it's a good fit for you, right? Just like with everything else, your needs are different from everyone else's. So I hope this kind of put some things in perspective. Maybe showed you guys like, investing for your retirement, it's really not that difficult. It's a little daunting at first because it seems like a lot, but it's really not that difficult. But I hope this gets you guys moving down the right path, thinking the right way. And, if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But until I see you guys in the next one, y'all be safe.